No matter the location, from O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
Raider Nation, what's going on? Today's show is presented by Panda Supps, the new sponsor on today's show. If y'all are trying to get into better shape, or if you're looking for some high-quality vitamins, I'm telling you right now, Panda Supps is where you have to go, and you can use promo code Raiders in order to save 30%. And y'all know that I use them. I try to stay in shape, and if you're trying to get into shape, you should too. So what exactly is coming up here on our latest news and rumors? We're actually going to dive into a rumor around JuJu Smith-Schuster and him potentially coming to the Raiders in 2021. Also, I saw a pretty crazy tweet out there, and Charles Woodson, is he coming back? I'll let you know how many Chucky heads that one is. And then the very last rumor that I will talk about on today's show is, are the Raiders in the hunt for top free agent Jadeveon Clowney? If you're not already subscribed, hey, hit that subscribe button because, well, I'm keeping you up to date with the latest news and rumors. All right, let's get right on into it. Are the Raiders favorites for JuJu Smith-Schuster in 2021? I'm going to give this one 2 Chucky heads. People are talking. And when you look at the article, that's why I'm giving it 2 Chucky heads. Do I really think that JuJu is going to leave Pittsburgh? No. But let's say he does decide to move on and he's looking for a new home. Sure, I think the Raiders would be an interesting fit for him. Now, this is from the NFL Analysis Network, so take it with a grain of salt, if you will. There's a lot of very, very talented free agents in 2021. I can't wait to make the videos in the future. And when I think about Schuster, I do think that he would be a great fit in our offense, but the only way that he does end up coming to the Raiders is if Tyrell Williams doesn't work out, because there's no reason for us then to go out and get JuJu if we're still going to pay Tyrell Williams $11.6 million next season. So let's say Tyrell falls off, okay? Then what happens exactly with Bryan Edwards? In order for us to have the need to go out and get JuJu, John Gruden can't be happy with the receivers that we have right now. Now, we went out and drafted Ruggs. Hopefully that works out, and I think it's gonna. Tyrell Williams has been a player that we've talked about multiple times, and I think he could potentially not be on the team next year. But I already see the comment, we don't need another receiver from Pittsburgh, from Joey Ross. That is exactly how I felt when I saw this one. I am going to give it 2 Chucky heads, though, because in the event that JuJu wants to play for another team, who wouldn't want to go to play for the Las Vegas Raiders? So come on, let's get loud in the comments section right now. Would you want the Raiders to go out and sign JuJu? Give me a Y for yes, give me an N for no. He is a very talented receiver coming off of a lackluster season last year with some injuries, also poor quarterback play. But, hey, in 2018, he had 111 catches, a very, very talented player. So let us know. Y for yes, N for no. Continue to get some of these votes flowing in here. Now, I promised y'all I would talk about one of the GOATs, and if you think Charles Woodson is a GOAT, hey, type GOAT in the comments. Is he coming back to the Las Vegas Raiders? No, he's not. It's 0 Chucky heads. Tuck rule, tuck that. And the main reason why this is even a rumor is because somebody was creative and created a fake tweet that literally said, hey, I'm coming back. I'm going to play for the Raiders. And I'll show you the tweet here in just a second. But the reason why that this was even created, or why it was even said, is because there was a fake picture that somebody made from Jadeveon Clowney on Instagram, and they were like, you know what? We're going to make one of Charles Woodson as well. Now, y'all know that I love Woodson, friend of the show, friend of Chat Sports as well. If he were to come back, it would be insane, right? A 44-year-old man in October, and I mean, he made the Pro Bowl his last season he played in the NFL at age 38 back in 2015 with this team. It would be fun, but I think Woodson at this point has a more logistical, no, it's not even a word, more legit chance of playing for this team as a coach, not so much a player, but hey, maybe if we pumped him up with some Panda Supps, maybe he can come back a little bit sooner or later. When you look at his career, though, it's absolutely historic, and I do think he is one of the greatest Raiders of all time. 13 defensive touchdowns. When he touched the football, things happened, and even when his days back at Michigan. I mean, there's a reason why he almost won the Heisman. It's because they don't make many players like Charles Woodson. That's why he did win the Heisman. My mistake. So Woodson is a great, great player. I'm seeing a lot of people already kind of typing the word GOAT, and guess what? You already beat me to it. So if Charles Woodson is the greatest defensive back of all time, I want you to start typing GOAT in the comment section. So we'll give some shout-outs here to some of the people. I see Daniel Keenan's watching. King Higgins, what's up, my brother? Winter, smiley face. David Infante, Raiders B, prolific Raider, throws in the GOAT emoji. Yeah, he is one of the greatest of all time and will continue to be one of my favorite Raiders of all time. So with him being the GOAT, I'll be honest with y'all. You know that I use Panda Supps, and when I talk about the GOATs of supplements, it's Panda Supps. So if you guys are trying to get into better shape, or if you're just looking for some high-quality vitamins or some high-quality products to get the most out of your workout, you can get that at Panda Supps, all right? So I got a special offer, 30% off at pandasupps.com, but you got to use code Raiders. And my man that owns this company is a diehard Raider fan, okay? So this stuff helps with focus, energy, pump, fusion. Like, it's going to help you create bigger muscle gain, which is why you work out, right? So as you can see, the panda on screen, he's a Raider fan. He changed his logo to have a Raiders logo. Like, what I'm trying to tell y'all to do is not only get into better shape, but support our sponsors because Raider Nation is family. The man that owns Panda Supps is a diehard Raider fan. So let's get back into better shape because quarantine kicked my butt. Just trying to help y'all out as well. It'll be in the comments. It'll be in the description. Pandasupps.com, but use code Raiders at checkout to save 30%. All right, we'll keep the show moving here now with Marcus Mariota taking Carr's job. I'm going to give this one only one Chucky head, and I think that there is a small shred of truth behind this. So this is another rumor that I saw it, and I understand it's from a verified Twitter account, but like you need to start looking at these verified accounts. So this one is from Dr. David J. Chow. No, not the guy from The Hangover. This is from a medical doctor. He's more famously known for his work with basically the Chargers. So he basically goes on to say that he thinks that Mariota could start over Derek Carr. Why did he even tweet this out? Is because he is competing in what is known as the Scott Fish Bowl. What the heck is that, Mitch? It is the largest fantasy football league in the world. My argument is this. If you actually thought that he was going to start over Carr, why would you draft him in round 18, pick number 10? You wouldn't. You would have drafted him way earlier. The other reason why this is one Chucky had is because, sure, there is at least a little bit of a chance that he does start over Carr. Maybe Carr struggles in the beginning. Maybe Mariota shines earlier on. However, I don't really think it's going to happen, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would be able to see my Derek Carr projections. Go check them out. I'm at MitchellRenz365. So here are their career stats. Carr, I think, is going to be able to fit better in our offense and is going to be able to do things a lot better at what we're trying to do. If Mariota's 100% healthy, we are going to use him, but he is not going to be our starting quarterback. So let's try to look into the future here, all right? Let's look into this crystal ball. You see it? It's right here. I want you to predict how many touchdowns Mariota is going to score in 2020. It can be passing. It can be rushing. He even has a few receiving touchdowns in his career. So let me know, how many touchdowns do you think Mariota is going to end up with this upcoming season? I see 1. I'm seeing 2. I'm seeing some 3s in there, a 5, a 0, 8 touchdowns, 13. Yeah, I think you're all on the same board with me. He's going to contribute, but he's not going to start over Derek Carr. All right, we got 3 more rumors here on our rumors roundup. So the Raiders, how solid are they in the pass rushing department? I'm going to give this one 2 Chucky heads because I think that they are solid, but obviously you can always get better. And if the Raiders were 100% sold on themselves, I don't think that you would see them potentially being linked to a guy like Jadeveon Clowney. When you're going up against Patrick Mahomes for, basically the next 12 years, can you ever have enough pass rush? Can you ever have enough overall talent? So the reason why this is 2 Chucky heads, the reason why it's on the show is because Bleacher Report wrote an article about the biggest needs entering 2020 for each team. They said that it right now is still for the Las Vegas Raiders. And when I look at how this team has done on defense, especially getting after the quarterback the last 5 seasons, it's not pretty, all right? And I think when you really talk about going to that next step, being a top 15 defense, you need to be able to get after the quarterback. So these numbers are hard to look at. 32 sacks last year, that was an improvement, but it's still only 24th in the league, tied with the Bears. So yeah, Cleo Mack that. 13 sacks in 2018. That is the lowest amount of sacks in 10, 12 years or something like that. And then the bottom line is it's been since 2015 where we've had, above average in terms of sacks. Yeah, that's not getting it done. We need to get better in that department. So right now, here's our front, okay? Is it adequate? Sure. Can it get better? Absolutely. What are we going to get out of Cleveland Ferrell? He's added some weight. He's up to 275 pounds. He's been bulking up, probably using Panda Supps. Max Crosby, 10 sacks last season. Carl Nassib, it's why we went out and signed him. But we still need to get better, okay? And then you look at our linebackers as well. If we're going to go out and get some sacks, we need more production from our linebackers. Dear Whitehead, no sacks. Nicholas Morrow, I don't expect too much from him, but it's why we went out and got Kwiatkowski. It's why we went out and got Corey Littleton. So I just showed you our ends, and I just showed you the linebackers. Who do you think is going to lead the team in sacks this upcoming season? So if you think it's Max Crosby, I want you to type MC. If you think it's going to be Carl Nassib, he had 6 last season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I want you to type CN. If you think it's going to be Cleveland Ferrell, I want you to type CF. If you think it's going to be somebody else, I want you to go ahead and type O. I'm seeing a lot of MCs. I'm seeing a lot of CFs as well. Continue to get those votes coming in. Maybe a player that could help out our pass rush is Yannick Ngakoue. And one of the reasons why I'm going to bring him up is because, again, if you want to improve, maybe a way that you can do that is by going out and trading for him. So we already know that he's made it clear. But Ian Rappaport gave us, you can't really see me right now, I'm doing like the whole quote thing where he gave us kind of an update. And all that was that there's been some interest around the NFL. Did he mention the Raiders? No. But he did mention that a deal for Ngakoue could be complicated, but it's not impossible. So what do I do here on the Raiders Report? I take news, I turn it into a story, and I ask for your opinion. So here's my trade idea. I'm going to try to be a little bit different. This is not one that I've shown yet here on the show. Let's play GM. You're the GM. You're Mike Mayock. Would you do this? So Raiders receive Yannick Ngakoue. Remember, you're still probably going to have to pay him $18+ million. Could be $19. Heck, you might even get in the $20 million range. The Jaguars, they receive a 2021 first-round pick, which is kind of what they're looking for. And then we're also going to throw in Arden Key because, well, if we're going to go out and trade for Yannick, that gives us Yannick, Cleveland Ferrell, Carl Nassib, and Max Crosby. No real need there for Arden. So who says no? Type R for the Raiders or type J for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm curious what y'all have to say. And if you would make the trade, hey, take a screenshot of it, post it on Twitter. Make sure you tag me at MitchellRent365. All right, let's keep it moving here. We're going to talk about Madden 21. Rodney Hudson. He is the highest rated Raider. Come on, 4 Chucky heads. Y'all know what to start typing. Believe it, baby. And no surprise, he was the highest rated Raider last season that actually played for us, FAB. And he's also the player that I projected to be the highest rated player because he deserves to be. And at 93 overall, you could also make the argument that maybe that's a little bit too low for him. Now, that's what he rated last season. And what you're seeing right now on screen is me going through the top 10 highest rated players on Madden for the Raiders. So Josh Jacobs at number 3, 88 overall. Trent Brown, 87, who, just basically said that he's getting serious about working out. Darren Waller at 85 overall. But how about this, okay? You got Demarius Randall, LaMarcus Joyner at 82, Tyrell Williams, 82, Derek Carr, 79, and Gabe Jackson at 79 overall. So those are the top 10 best or highest rated players on Madden for the Las Vegas Raiders. So today's sponsor is Panda Supps, and I do want to tell you about another product that y'all need to go out and try. So I already told you about the pre-workout, and I already told you about some other great things that they have. Well, hey, how about this? You need to go out and try their BCAAs. So the BCAAs is going to help you hydrate, it's going to help you recover, and it's going to help you absorb. So it's also going to talk about the flavors here, the hard pink lemonade, which is the one that you see on screen. The one that I have at home that I use all the time, you guys will know because you follow me on IG, is the Peach Gummy Bear. Peach Gummy Bear, absolutely awesome. If you're kind of got that sweet tooth, it's going to help you get rid of your sweet tooth as well. Go to pandasupps.com, use code Raiders, and make sure, okay, you're using code Raiders at checkout where you're going to be able to save 30%. All right, last rumor, as promised, are the Raiders in the hunt for Jadeveon Clowney. This one's 3 Chucky heads, and I do think that it's pretty likely. And I'm going to give you an update here in a sec on why I think that there's even better chances of now the Raiders, landing Clowney. But they right now have the 3rd highest odds. This is according to Sportsline, and that they have shown interest. You've seen it been reported by Victor Four, The Athletic in general, and a lot of other very, very trusted people around the Raiders that, yes, John Gruden does in fact love Clowney. So I saw a tweet earlier in the week from Brian Baldinger that basically was kind of like, really stretching it a little bit, we'll be honest. And he's like, hey, I'm hearing whispers about big news coming out this week. This is regarding the Philadelphia Eagles. And me at Chat Sports and a lot of people around the office were like, oh, man, are the Eagles going to go out and sign Jadeveon Clowney? No. They instead go out and sign Jason Peters. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this, the reason why this is important, is because since the big move was Jason Peters, That doesn't mean that the big move was Jadeveon Clowney. So that means that the Raiders still have a chance to go out and get him. And in fact, yes, they do have the third highest odds right now to go out and get the premier pass rusher. The Titans still have the best odds at plus 200. The Seahawks are pretty interesting there at plus 250. But the Raiders are a little bit of a distant third at plus 500. I do think it's interesting, and I can already see a lot of people saying, Mitch, how the heck can we even go out and get Jadeveon Clowney? We only got $7.9 million in cap space. I'm glad you asked. I've already made a video on it, okay? So if you haven't seen this video yet, go check it out. And for everyone that's, using hashtag Raiders, I guarantee you this. If you have a question around the Raiders, if you search it on YouTube, our videos are going to show up. So instead of you searching, if you just click that subscribe button, they're going to come right to your phone. Because we do news, rumors, and then the live shows like you're watching right now. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. So we're getting closer to 50K subscribers. We just crossed 40K. I appreciate y'all very, very much. So continue to support, continue to subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. We are youtube.com/Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.